Alrighty, y'all. I'm fixing to make some hot dog sauce that it was given to me from someone in Pennsylvania. You need 1.5 pounds of ground beef, which I am browning right now. And then you're going to need an onion. But I'm going to brown this and then drain any grease out of it part of the way through. So halfway to it being almost done, I'm going to drain some of that grease out. And then I'm going to add my butter and my onions like she said. Halfway through, I'm going to go ahead and drain some of this grease out and put my meat back in my pot. So before I add my meat back in, 1 stick of butter, and you're going to need 1 large onion chopped. And then as soon as my butter melts, I'm going to add my ground beef back in. So my butter's all melted. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my ground beef back in. And you want to make sure your meat is kind of, you don't want it chunky. You want it smooth. So we're going to let it cook for about 3 more minutes to let the ground beef finish cooking and our onions to soften. And then you're going to need 3 cups of water. Add in 3 cups of water. Then you're going to need a 14 ounce of ketchup, which is 1 3/4 cup. So there's 3/4 cup. And we're going to add in our 1 cup. Okay, and we're going to bring this back up to temperature before we add anything else in. I'm going to start off with a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. It says pepper to taste, so we're going to start off with that. We're going to need a 1/2 teaspoon of celery salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of regular salt, okay, 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/2 teaspoon of allspice, 1/2 teaspoon of cloves, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and let me stir this up. And you want this to simmer as well. And 2 teaspoons of chili powder. Add in a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. And we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of cumin. And then you're just going to let it simmer until it is thickened to your likings. So on a medium heat for probably about, say, maybe 30 minutes. Alright, y'all, it's all done. It's been in there for about 45 minutes. So it's pretty thick. If you want yours a little thicker, you can just let it, just cook a little bit longer. That's completely up to you and how you like your hot dog sauce. So if everybody can please remember to like and share. I have family cookbooks that are still available. I'll put the link above and below in the comments if you want to get yourself a copy of that. And I hope everybody gives this a try and have a wonderful day.